And an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. That's got to be puling, man. That's got to be puling, because it says, and they shall kill one another. The sword was given unto him, and they shall kill one another. That's Revelation chapter 6, man. They shall kill one another, because you got that what? The European, the fellow allies of the European Union, they're going to join Russia, man. Because you can see it right now. Macron, you can see the president of fucking Turkey, Germany. There's even rumors that they're going to leave the European Union, man. Macron, they're saying, listen, we don't want the Europe, the fellow allies of the European Union should not join America in this war. We don't want America to drag us into this war with China, man. Because this whole conflict over Taiwan, because what's Taiwan known for? They're the main producers of the semiconductors, the microchips, for cars, for phones. So that's a lot of money. That's what I said, that money, that's the root of all. That's the root of all the death and the anarchy is money. Because they know Taiwan, that's the main producer of the semiconductors. And America and China, they got a whole beef over Taiwan. But Macron saying, listen, America going to drag us into this shit, and we don't want to. We should forbear. So there you go. That's all. The 10 horns being partially weak and partially strong, man. Partially weak and partially strong. So here it is. You got Putin, and he's soon to be backed up by what? The other allied members of the European Union. You know that's going to happen. That's prophecy. The 10 horns shall hate the horn, and eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So we can see it all happen. We can see it happening. When I saw that, when I heard Macron saying, "Oh, we don't want America drag us into this shit," I was like, I said right there, we've seen the beginning of it. We've seen the genesis of how the EU will turn on America. Right? So America is like the big bad wolf. They want to show their dominance, and they find that they got nothing to lose. It's like, listen, they're devaluing our dollar. They don't want nothing to do with our money. They're devaluing our money. So fuck it, we're just gonna have to just go all out. And the mainstream media show that our military might, this military might. Yeah, but look at your dollar though. Look at your money though. Saudi Arabia don't want nothing to do with it. China don't want nothing to do with it. Certain African countries, they've given order to drop the dollar. What's it? Is it Rwanda? Rwanda, they gave the order to ditch the dollar, man. We ain't dealing with that, right? Other countries, African countries, saying no one dealing with the dollar, right? India,
oh yeah,
they're dealing with the ruble, I believe, right? What's called Saudi Arabia, what's called the petrodollar. They're dealing with dollar. They're dealing with China now. Now it's the petro yuan. You know what I mean? So
this one happened recently, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over the years, few years back, started to gradually.
So it's literally the beginning of the end, man. The devaluation of the dollar. That's what's going to bring inflation, hyperinflation, man. Right? People, once you can't have enough money to buy food, all hell's going to break loose from within and then without. But America's grab on any form of power and influence, man. They're just threatening, making these threats, displaying power. They're submarines. But look what's happening within. People, for the fact that people are ditching the dollar, that's showing you where the world is now making that shift from one power to the next, man. To Russia and China now. Thank you. Yeah. I'll hold it at you.
Nice one,
Yeah,
man.
take it. You know? So we're seeing a shift. We're actually in the age. We saw it for ourselves. We saw America having this power where they could think that they could just invade other countries. Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan. They're making all this war. They're making all this overt aggression. Now we're seeing people are beginning to dislike America, man. They say we don't like your behavior. We don't like how you're treating us. Even North Korea, they're saying, man, fuck you. No Americans are allowed in Korea now. What's the name? The guy, the president of Korea, North Korea. Yeah, him. He made out a certain edict where Americans are not allowed to enter into Korea. Just even in South Africa, they're saying, man, Americans are not welcome, man. You're not welcome, and we don't want your money. So Americans are swinging, man, like all hell, like they got nothing to lose now, man. But now, I see, Americans is getting the scorn. They're just getting scorned now, man. Right? And we're living in that time. Beautiful time we're in right now. You do.
Like you can obviously now help.
There's There's Matthews chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're hearing the rumors, man. We're hearing rumors. Nothing actually is taken place yet, man. But the scripture says what? Measure the time, meaning diligently. You have to be careful and be constantly watching, man. Right? And that's what brothers are doing. Sharing information thus far. So let me go back to Obadiah 1, middle of verse 1. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. We're just talking about it. America is greatly despised, man. We're seeing it, man. Right? We're seeing a changing of the tides. We're seeing it, man. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, to talk about a man, in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? This one guy's talking about the white man. He's talking about him. He's talking about him. You will open your eyes, man. You open up your spiritual eyes and see for yourself, man. And compare spiritual with spiritual. For whose habitation is high. Give me, you got something? No. Give me Jeremiah 51 and 25. 51 and 25. Jeremiah 51 and 25. Jeremiah 51.
Jeremiah 51 verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroyed mountain.
Read it all, and then we're going to go back and read it again and break it down.
Behold, I against thee, a destroyed mountain, saith the Lord,
Right.
which destroyeth all the earth.
Uh-oh.
And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks,
Uh-oh.
and will make thee a burnt mountain.
That summarizes so much. Read it again and we're going to break it down.
Jeremiah 51 verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, a destroying mountain.
Oh, destroy a mountain like we were just going into. America's never been at peace. Or if you ever been at peace, only for like a small amount of time, man. If you look at a list of all the countries that America has invaded, man, since 1776, or since the Second World War or the First World War. Since the Second World War, look at my countries that America has invaded, man. It's amazing. If you actually Google it and go through the list of all the countries that America has invaded or bombed,
Yeah.
right? America is that whore. It's got this great influence. Because if you look at how many military bases that America has all around the world, 800 military bases, that's the great home, man.
Yeah.
That's that bitch. Let's sit upon that scarlet colored beast.
This is what I was going to get before you asked me. Revelations 18 verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
See?
So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and she shall see no sorrow.
I am a queen. There's a Statue of Liberty, man. You know the Statue of Liberty, that's actually going to be a so-called black woman.
Yeah.
It's actually supposed to be a so-called black woman initially. But it was a French Freemason that made it a white woman and gave it as a gift to America. Right? That's the Statue of Liberty. Which actually, if you look at it, it's actually androgynous because it's got the star, the sun, the 7-point star, 7-point thing, which represents the sun. It's actually a masculine. That's masculine. But then it's a woman, which represents the moon. So that's androgynous. You see that? You know? You see that? The sun and the moon, both man and woman. That's androgynous, man. Okay? We're showing you that there's that whore, that woman. Okay, I'm a queen. And what did it say? What did it say? Read it. Read it.
How much, Revelations 18 and 7, how much she hath glorified herself
Right.
and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit as a queen and am no widow.
And I'm no widow, meaning I will never be destroyed. I will never see death. I will never be forsaken. Because a widow is what? A woman that lost her husband. She's been disconnected from her husband somehow through death, or like a true widow, that her husband died somehow. Meaning she will always be joined to her husband. She will always be glorified in a glorified estate. Meaning, that's why I said that their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. But their mind, they'll never think that they will actually see destruction, which will happen, man. Whereas wisdom told you that in prosperity, remember poverty and need. That's what keeps you humble. So America's always been proud. America never considered poverty and need because she lived deliciously. She lived deliciously, so she never thought that she would experience poverty. But guess what?
Going back to what you said, Edgar, everybody used to run to America. All America did is sit down and everybody just came and lived off them. Because everything, there was essential, isn't it? Essential. Everybody just ran to them. But now, people begin to wake up now, they're leaving them.
Well, it's not even everybody. You're right.
Yeah.
It's not even everyone because it's only that certain Edomites in the know that actually paying attention. God says, give diligence. It's says, second to the man, it says, mind the signs diligently. How does it go? It goes, measure the time diligently.
Yes.
So you got Edomites that are measuring the time too. But they're measuring the time with a carnal sense. No, they don't believe in the Most High's doing it. They're just watching the financial aspect of it, alright, the economic side of it, and then news reporting, and they're kind of telling on themselves. Right, their own tongue is kind of falling upon them. That's a lot of the information, the news that we go into. It's just of like the underground Edomites that are bringing it out, man, and saying, yeah, rare tear is done, rare tear, you know, you might as well start stockpiling now, start investing in gold and silver, you know, because the dollar is devaluing and stuff like that. So Esau, he's watching his own politics, man. He's looking into his own financial affairs. So read that again, Salah.
Right, let's go back again to Revelations 18 verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself
Right.
and lived deliciously.
Right.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
So how's the Lord bringing torment and sorrow? First through these different lockdowns.
Guess who must hold that?
Okay. The devaluation of the dollar.
Yes, yes.
Because the lockdowns, what are the lockdowns doing? The lockdowns is having a direct effect on the economy. Because when the lockdowns happen, look how many business went out of business. Okay? Then what's happening? It put a strain of imports,
Yes.
imported goods. So that the prices went up. Inflation. Right? There was a strain, there's a lack of certain goods in the market. Why? Because it's putting a strain on the importation, man. The lockdowns and shit. Manufacturing over there in China. Right? So you had all of that, man. So it was experiencing a lot of torment. America was experiencing a lot of torment, man. Famine. Okay? What's going on? Yeah, a lot of the egg farms, there's no more egg farms. Also all these burning down certain like food storehouses, man. Out of nowhere, just hearing all these food storehouses being burnt down out of nowhere. Why is that? Well, it's deliberate. They're doing it on purpose now. So America's being tormented.
Yes.
Famine. And the Most High is declaring war on America. First through us, we're foretelling of this destruction. But the Most High is also bringing about what? Famine, starvation, lockdowns, man. Right? Mass death. People run up in churches, killing people. Uproars of the people. These are all torment. And the Most High is bringing, man. Right? Also with certain banks are shutting down and stuff. They're coming up.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and she shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, I will
No
not
sorrow.
See? But you're seeing it.
It's pride.
That's not pride. But let's go back to Jeremiah 51 and is it 25?
25,
You're
yes.
gonna bring it on up.
We start again?
You're gonna go.
Jeremiah 51 verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, a destroying mountain,
Right.
saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth,
Right.
and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks.
Roll you down from the rocks. So that's that Mount Seir. That's how we're not talking about Esau. I will roll you down from the rocks. Put emphasis on rocks, because that's where Esau was dwelling. In the rocky, mountainous regions. Mount Seir. I will roll you down from the rocks. Right? So going back to what was we reading before in Salakia? Over there. Hey. Yeah, there you go. Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of the heart hath deceived thee, that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. Right? whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Who shall? In
Who
other words,
gonna-
no one, no
So
one.
that's
can
like
do
a challenge.
it. Yeah.
Who gonna do that?
Who will contest me?
Thinking he's immortal. But the Most High gonna show Esau he's just a man.
Yeah.
Okay? Coming on.
And roll. I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee burnt a burnt mountain.
I'll make you a burnt mountain. That's thermal nuclear destruction. I'll make you a burnt mountain. Have you ever seen what it looks like when the nuclear bomb actually hits? I think I posted it up on the group chat, man. The after effects or the aftermath of a nuclear bomb when it's been landed in the ocean. It's like you can see the wind. It wipes out everything. It hit the ocean there like an island. And the island there was lush greenery, or trees. And then when a nuclear wind hit, it was like an apocalypse, man. When the trees weren't dead, it was wiped out just like that.
Strong
When the
wind.
green just went, just disappeared. Huh? Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everything just got wiped out, this got burnt just like that. I'll make you a burnt mountain. So that's what's gonna happen to America, man. So it says so that's the point right there. Okay. So let me go back to Ezekiel, that's the whole point. Ezekiel 35, verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. But that sword represents what? Nuclear destruction, the nuclear missile, man. Because what did it say? It says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Right? I shall come down upon the people of my curse to judgment. That's in it's Isaiah, no? Isaiah 34. Right? Yeah, right. That's right. You did. Let me start from first start from Isaiah. Can you get that from me, please?
Yes, brother.
Isaiah 34, verse 1.
This is Isaiah 34, verse 1.
Yeah.
Come near, ye nations, to hear and to hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. And he hath utterly destroyed them. He that delivereth them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out. Their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood.
How the mountains gonna be melted? You think about something that's melted, you talk about heat. Fire. Heat comes from like fire. So this talk about Third World War. Because then what the brothers read, they talk about armies. The Lord delivered them up to the slaughter. You shall smell their stink. That's war. To the utmost degree. Come on now.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf falling off the tree, of the vine.
So stop, read that part again. Read that verse again.
And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine. Go back again, yeah?
And then you might.
Isaiah 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yeah, that's the mushroom cloud. That's a mushroom cloud. And the heavens shall be rolled together like a roll, man. Okay? That's that mushroom cloud. If you see the after effect of a nuclear bomb, a missile's been hit, boom! It takes a while because it's like the big impact. And what do you see right after? You see a mushroom cloud go up. And it goes around. Like that. Right? It goes up. And you see that wind, everything out, this just gets whacked out. Just like that. Everything that's in distance just gets whacked out. For the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Come on.
And their host shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from the vine.
A host means like army. Armies or troops. This is the war to end all wars. Coming on.
And as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Idumea. Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. It will come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Because let's go back to Genesis. I will make you cursed above all cattle and all beasts of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman. Right? But showing you that serpent was a people. That serpent was a people. Why is that sword coming down on Idumea? Why is it coming down on modern day Idumea? Because Idumea, that was like a main city in that's the Greek way of saying Edom. But why is it coming down on modern day Edom? For the controversy of Zion. What you did to us.
Yes, that's a recompense.
It's a recompense. You know the Most High is also described as being the God of recompenses, man. The God of get back. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 and 56. Because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. For the Lord God of recompenses shall surely be quiet. Hear that? The God of recompenses. You see that? Verse 49. As Babylon have caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. There you go. The Most High is about, he's tit for tat.
Right, yeah.
You do it to me, I'll do it to you.
Payback, man, payback.
That's how a motherfucker learn. That's how you learn. That's ultimately how you learn. It's annoying because payback is a bitch.
Payback.
It is a bitch.
Yeah,
it's like that's the only way you're gonna learn.
Yes.
And you might say, well, you didn't need to do that. You could have spoken to me, man. You didn't to... But that's the motherfucker. That's the only way you're gonna learn. I'll do it back to you. And it's like, fuck you. That's what you can say back. Right? But that's how Esau's gonna get his comeuppance. That's how his mouth is gonna be shut. When he's in slavery and we put him in shackles, what can he say? What can he say? When he's building our walls, he can't say this is injustice. But we want to say, listen, but you did that to us though. Because when he did it to us, we were saying it's an injustice. But now that we're doing it to them, what can we say? Come on now. We got more.
Yeah. The sword of the Lord is filled. Continue. Isaiah 34 verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness. and with the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidney